Here's what's up on a Friday. Your Columbus Blue Jackets. You say, where are they up to? Third in the Metropolitan Division. CBJ extended their point streak to 11 games last night. Tyvis Powell lit the cannon first. Then the Jackets made that thing go off 6 more times en route to a 6-3 win over the Rangers. They've got 83 points thanks to that stretch.
It was a barrage. Is that what you're saying?
That is the way they've been playing. Like, that wasn't surprising to me. And that's surprising to me, where I'm not surprised that the Jackets all of a sudden are putting 3 goals, scoring power play goals. You've got a line with Lundstrom, Jenner, and Danton Heinen, who are producing every single second they're out on the ice for this team. And it's since like January 11th with the Rick Bowness bump, this team has just been different. And the difference has put them again in that 3rd spot in the Metropolitan Division. It's hilarious that the Jackets' best path to the playoffs isn't through the wild card. It's through their own damn division.
Yeah.
But they got a lot of work to do because tomorrow it's the Seattle Kraken at Nationwide. And then on Sunday, the team that I think you're going to be doing a lot of jockeying with over these last 13, 14 games, the New York Islanders. They lose in Ottawa last night in regulation. Very important, so they don't pick up a point.
Yep.
But that game against the Isles in New York, Tim, is going to be huge. And this is one of those things where you can, at middle March, closing in on the end of March, I think spring's tomorrow, you're bringing along the casual fans to really turn this into a legitimate playoff push. And then once you get in the postseason, it's much like what the discussion we had about Ohio State. You make the tournament, you make your postseason, and then you kind of just throw logic out the window as a fan because you're like, they could do this. They could beat the Carolina Hurricanes. They could beat the Buffalo Sabres. Like, you can have all of these discussions because of the work that's been done now.
The rush to the bandwagon will be,
Jump on.
We'll bring pandemonium.
There are plenty of seats.
No, you're exactly right. But it gives, I was just thinking about this yesterday, man. When I first moved up here in 1976, it was Ohio State football and Ohio State basketball. And that was it, And then the chill came along, but nobody.
God, I remember the chill.
That was just there. You went there to have a beer, but it was still something. But yeah, I mean, you think about how bummed out this city would be right now to have something to cheer for with Ohio State getting beat the way it, first round of the NCAA tournament, where the first real round of the NCAA tournament. Now all of a sudden you look around, the Blue Jackets not only are making a push right now, all they can do is blow it, because they're in it. And that's just so cool compared to 20 or 30 years ago. So, yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, I texted Aaron Portzline. The Blue Jackets played a game, I think it was one game before the Olympic break, and they looked so competent in that game.
Yep.
I mean, I texted Aaron Portzline about it. They look like a team from line to line and on defense that was playing like a team and knew what it was doing, complimenting each other as in, hey, great shot. No, you know what I mean? Complimenting as in they were mixing and matching
the
extremely
complementary
well.
hockey from the 4 lines up front and then your defensive pairings and even your goaltending.
It's called competent complimenting. And
I like that.
That's what exactly. And I just go, wow, this is different. This is different than the scramble you usually see, where you hope they get a streak together and stuff. This has been phenomenal the last month and a half, 2 months under Bowness. I mean, you got to say that.
18-2-4 since taking over as bench boss for the Blue Jackets.
That will stand up anywhere against any kind of stiff wind.
That'll do it. Here's Bowness after the win talking about their playoff positioning.
Don't even think about it. Not till we see the X.
Yeah.
We have one thought, that's Seattle. Then we got to go to the island. The rest will take care of itself. Us coaches, we like cliches like process, right?
That's what it's all about.
He's so direct. It was Porty with the question.
Yeah.
He's so direct in that.
You're just hoping he'll say something.
As a human, you're taking a peek.
Oh, of course. Well,
you know where your points are.
Dude.
You know who's in front of you. He talked about the game and on the aisle.
It's what his job's all about. It's what the team is all about, is making the playoffs and then winning the playoffs. So of course you know where you stand from moment to moment, and you're rooting for yourself and you're rooting against other teams all at the same time, which is an interesting phenomenon, really, when you think
That's
about it.
a hell of a spot.
Yeah, but now you're that team. You're that team that's in and can only lose its way out. If you follow my drift.
If they go on and make the playoffs, would it be too late in the season for Bowness to be in Coach of the Year considerations?
No, he's in it right now.
Oh, he's in it.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, this is
Don
phenomenal.
Waddell's in consideration for executive of the year. I'm really interested to see what happens in terms of conversations had at the end of the season.
Yeah.
With what Bonus wants to do, because he was on a fishing boat at the beginning of January, and he got a phone call from a buddy. And he thought, well, we just might be shooting the blank. And there's a job offer in front of him, and then he's in Columbus a couple days later. And this is one of the turnarounds of all time of this 25-year-old franchise.
Did you see the video shot of his buddies who were in the crowd the other night in Miami?
You mean Bonus's buddies?
Yeah, Bonus's buddies.
His fishing
Was that
buddies.
Miami or Tampa? I can't remember where they were, but yeah, they were there for the game, and it looked like a foursome I'd get put in, if I just showed up at a golf course where you play with these other seniors, and good luck. But no, he was enjoying the high life, man. I don't blame him. I retired a long time ago, but I'm still hanging out.
I don't think you're ever going to retire, truly.
Yeah, but this is a whole lot different than guiding a hockey team. But it is funny how you finally find that guy, almost by hook and crook, that can hit the right buttons. What I've always said about Urban Meyer, for example, his true claim to fame or ability was finding people's buttons and pushing them.
Yep.
And Bonus, you can tell he does that. I mean, he looks like he takes no quarter. Now you're dealing with professional. Well, I guess in college football you're dealing with professional guys now too. But he takes no quarter from these guys. You can tell it, and nothing's ever quite good enough. That was the way it was with Urban until they won a national championship. It's never quite good enough because you can always get better today. If you don't get better today, you're getting worse. Is the philosophy, and you can see this team, man. I just like, especially defensively, what a turnaround in front of the goalie. I mean,
to your point about Bonus, talking about they put 6 goals on the Rangers, and he still thinks there's more to be had.
They're a hard game to play. They're out of the playoffs, and they've got a lot of speed, and they've got a lot of skill, and they're just playing loose hockey. Those are very tough games to play. So no, that wasn't our best. But when you can say that and say you still won the game, that's pretty good. So, yeah, we'll just get ready for Saturday now.
You get a ton of luck, but you have to make your own luck.
Yeah, but you also have to remember that team coming back on you like they did, and they are quite capable, and you're quite capable of falling apart for a while. So he's exactly right. That's what I said. You keep pushing those buttons, man. Hey, nothing's a given here, especially with the playoffs on the line. But man, just some of the guys that are stepping up now, like Fantilli. Well, he's always kind of been stepping up, but Sillinger. These guys are just like making plays and at exactly the right times to stem the tides. And I love listening to the radio broadcast because the play-by-play guy,
Bob McElligott?
Yeah, I think he does a real job of what I call the crescendo.
Yeah,
a lot of the great hockey play-by-play guys where he is like talking in a play and his voice is starting to rise and he can see what's coming on and then all of a sudden go. I mean, he does a really good, because we all know hockey is haphazard.
Yes.
It's not like a football play.
A lot of times where there's,
but you can sense it, and he does a really, in my opinion, a great job of that.
Yeah, for the buttons that are pressed, the additions that have been made to this team. I mean, Connor Garland's been great since they acquired him at the trade deadline.
Yes.
He made it a 2-1 game. He shot a puck and it bounced off the head of a Rangers defenseman, and you go, all right, things are just working.
I
for the
planned
Blue Jackets. Right,
yeah.
Exactly how we drew it up on the board, exactly how we practiced it, and for them, it just building.
It's really fun because my 2 grandsons, I love them to death. My 4-year-old grandson.
Are they into the puck?
Charlie. Oh, yeah, Charlie. Charlie wanted goalie gear for Christmas, but he really likes shooting from the point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this little kid, we talked about this one on a show I was on before, just about how, the sheets of ice, there were like 3 sheets of ice in Central Ohio when I first moved up here. Now it's like the ice age again, and then they need more, right? But just these little kids that are really, what a moment in his life and my older grandson to see the Blue Jackets playing like they're playing right now, because they're big fans. They didn't grow up without hockey like I did. And but the bottom line is there, the way he can shoot a puck now, the little fake pucks, but he can go a 5-hole, he can go left center, whatever you call it, left corner, right corner, etc. And I'm just going, every little kid is not aspiring to be that. but he loves the Blue Jackets.
That's the kind of run that this team can bring everybody on.
Yes.
As you got 14 games left to go, the Seattle Kraken will wrap your 3-game homestand tomorrow at 5 o'clock. We'll have pregame coverage on the Fan at 4:30. And then you've got the New York Islanders. Like Rick Bowness said, that game's on the island. That'll be Sunday night at 7 o'clock. Then CBJ next week will be at the Philadelphia Flyers. So a lot of points back and forth for teams that are going to be jockeying in the Metropolitan Division over the next couple of weeks.